My name's Connor White-Sullivan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Localocracy. And right now we're going to show you a little bit about how the core functionality of our platform works and how that can convert passive readers into active participants and contributors to your site. So to do that, we're going to show you an integration that we've got going with Boston.com. So as you can see, Localocracy is a tab on the Boston.com Your Town page, which is a page that is just covering one specific community in the greater Boston area. And we're integrated with using widgets that show content that's coming from our site is able to display on theirs. Now, one of the things about Localocracy is we try to make integration really easy. So all the data lives on our site, and all of the as does all the code, but to the users it looks just like your site. It has your look and feel, and the integration is pretty seamless. So one of the things that's important about our communities that keeps the content level really high is that you have the ability to set who should be a member of these communities, and for the members of this community, this means that all the people participating are really relevant. So to participate in this Arlington site we're working on with the Globe, users actually have to be registered voters who live in Arlington. So I'm not a registered voter who lives in Arlington, so to show you the rest of the product functionality, we're going to do is we're going to show you one of the communities I am a part of, which is Amherst. And the first thing that happens when users come to our site is they're greeted with the walkthrough of how the product works, because we've just actually transitioned, or in the midst of transitioning, to our own 2.0. So here's a quick tour that we give to users. The core of our site is on a question and answer platform. So whether those questions are coming from members of that community, from elected officials if it's a local geographic community, or just key influential people if it's a topic community, or reporters, the question and answers, they may be light or they may lead to really in-depth discussion, but those are the core element of our platform. On these questions, you can see some of these questions are votable, and on those questions you can see how many people have weighed in, how they voted, how you voted, as well as some of the key people who are involved. The community tags and community topics, that's our way of organizing information. So content that you produce can come in under a community topic, which means it'll get sent out via notifications and sent out by our personalized email platform, so that users can consume information from your site in a way that really works for them. So if they want to get updated whenever there's something happening on education, or whenever there's something happening in the field of government or public safety, they can get notified whenever someone asks a question about that, or whenever an article is written about that. So in terms of just core elements of the site and navigation, site search lets content stay evergreen for a lot longer, because you can search through archives and you can search for individual users or given topics. The notification center, which also powers our email system, is how people stay up to date as users are interacting with the site, so that they can, similar to how there are notifications on Facebook or other social sites, it keeps them updated with the elements of the site they've already interacted with. And the user's profile page, on their profile page, on their account settings, they can manage how they receive email, whether they're connected to Facebook or not, all these things. But on their homepage, on their own page, they can also see things like their profile, the sort of badges that they have. But let's check out one of these issues. So on the issues, once users are confirmed members of the community, it's relatively straightforward how they post and how they vote. But I'll show you a few things that you might not notice right away. One of them is the invite your neighbors functionality. This is especially important when communities are when topics have just been posted. Invite your neighbors lets you pull in users from Localocracy that you may have a relationship with. So, I know, for instance, that Claire Bertrand is a really active political figure in the town of Amherst, and she's definitely likely to be interested in these sort of issues. If I know that there are people who should be weighed in, I can connect my Facebook, or I can send email invitations to people if I really feel like they should be a member of this conversation. As people weigh in, all the links that they include come up under our sources page or under our reference material, so that is easily navigatable, and people can sort all the comments based on how users have interacted before. So let's go back a step. Take a look at the community as a whole. One thing that's important to remember too is that on our integrated communities, you can run your own advertising on these pages. All the traffic counts for your site, not ours, and you can eventually use these as ways to, as you build up your community, as you build in active sources, as ways that you can tap not only the pulse of the community, but also integrate better with how your reporters find the sources that they're going to use to cover the stories that they cover. So that's the Localocracy in a nutshell. If you want to hear more, feel free to drop us a line. Thanks very much. Bye.